She's talking about how they done tricked you into believing that you're not what you are. And I was like, confirmation, confirmation. But what also she was talking about is the earth renewal. And I filmed the video back on May 24th, but I just edited it today. And I was just asking my friend, I was like, how do you think we're far away or we're close to the separation? And neither one of us truly know what the separation is. We just know that there is going to be a separation. None of us, we don't know what it's going to look like. And even those who speak on it, they all speak of it from a different perspective. So nobody really knows what the separation. I believe the separation is going to happen to where the air is going to get so thin. Scarcity is going to become so much. But a person who has ascended to higher consciousness, they're going to keep living. And potentially you even get to the point where the powers that be who set the trap in itself, they can't even survive their own trap. Isn't that how it happens in every movie? So why wouldn't it happen here? We scripted it. And so, she was just talking about how the earth is going to start shifting and changing, and mountains going to pop up, and just like mountains were formed, for some reason we think mountains can't be formed. Just like prophets walk this earth, we think that somehow prophets can't walk this earth. Like Jesus walked this earth, died, rose, and we think that Jesus is just offset. I ain't met Jesus yet. I just know, lightly acquainted, but we really believe Jesus just chilling on a cloud? Because what Mama T said tonight, it was funny. She was like, you think Jesus died for your sins? Or the lady she was talking to, you think Jesus died for your sins while you were killing him? Like, come on now. He was just like, and then he came back for you, to save you? Yeah, that's just a ridiculous story. I'm just laughing at it. If we ain't gonna be able to laugh at ourselves, who we gonna laugh at? But that was funny to me. But say, Jesus did exist. I'm not saying Jesus didn't. I'm just saying I don't know for myself because I ain't read it in the Bible yet. I know God is real. And then I opened my Bible and I confirmed that God is real. It wasn't I opened my Bible and it told me God is real, but I don't know God. No. Until I knew God, I didn't know God. And those of you who know what I just said, know what I just said. And those of you who don't know what I just said, you either know God or you know God. But you don't know God. Because to know God is this and this. And I would beg to say that it's this first, because this opens your minds to the possibilities that are within this. If you're only in this, you think it's just a bunch of stories. But if you're in this, from generation to generation, everything has been passed in story. Ain't nothing different. And those of you swearing it off because it's a book of lies, yeah, it's a book of truths too. But only to those who can decipher and decode it. So, it is what it is. But yeah, she's talking about the earth renewing itself. I was like, I'm so excited, I can't wait. But then it made me think of my husband. And I was like, that's why I've been fighting so hard, because he is my soulmate. He's not just some nigga that helped me take care of my kids and find stability. He's my soulmate. And so I'm fighting so hard. And I was fighting for his children to be able to come with him. Not me, him. Because I'm taking him with me. But whenever I do release him, it's like he's pulled between me and his children. And it's in the beginning, it may have been physical world because their mother was a factor. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm sorry. And so there were other factors in play that caused a rift between me and his children. And because of that rift, he stood with me. Because somewhere he knew his children were wrong. On some level, if he thought that I was wrong, even though he says that I was wrong, I just refuse to believe that this man would allow his children to be mistreated. If he truly thought they were being mistreated, either he doesn't know what mistreatment is, or he knew that the treatment that his children were receiving was earned, because he was their people were the only ones saying that they were mistreated. Everyone else who was acquainted with these children were like, yeah, we know. Except for him. And he stood by idly and let everything happen. But I was just like, you can't be that inactive that you would sit there and allow your children to be mistreated. So on some level, you have to believe that this treatment is warranted. But at no point has he stood for me. Because a stand for me is a stand against his kids. No, it's to make them take accountability. Just because I'm the first person to demand that your children take accountability, I'm the bad guy. But then you wonder why you raise kids who don't take accountability, because anybody who are like, yo, that's different. You think you're disciplining your kids. You're disciplining your kids to be fake versions of themselves. How dare you have a thought or an idea outside of what I planted in your head? That's not making your child take accountability. Make your child take accountability is whenever something bumps up against them and they have to confront it and figure it out. And when they were mistreating me, stand on something. I did. I insisted they take accountability. Everything that they said that I did, I told you this is why I did it. And everybody but them and you understand why I did it. Okay, I understand in those circumstances. I just heard this side. Oh, but when you actually hear the whole story, you understand? Okay. But they're children. Yeah. And children who aren't held accountable because they're children become adults. Because when do they pass that threshold? I read a thing today. My 17-year-old son, I'm having so many problems with him. He's supposed to get his GED, but he's not. He's not handling his business. And, he's doing all this on my dime. Bitch, why is he doing it on your dime? Like, victim much? Oh man, how does he get your money? Get your money? Like, how does he get your money? How does he get your car? How does he get the keys? So stop trying to say that your kids are fucked off when you fucked them off. And then you waited to raise a man when he already thought he was a man. Once they think they're grown, you can't say, okay, you ready? Were you ready when you thought you were grown, or were you grown? When your parents came to you and was just like, so this is what you need to do, you were like, because when you were 12 and actually trying to figure shit out, that's when they should have talked to you, but instead they just shut you down because that's not appropriate. No. When they start asking questions is when it's appropriate. Because when they stop asking questions, they found out for themselves. It's not because they stopped being curious, because they found the answer. And if you are not the one giving them the answers, you're fucking your kid. So anyway, let me get back to cleaning this bathroom. I'm not supposed to be cleaning it. I've been cleaning for 3 hours and I've really been stuck in this bathroom. That baseboard looks good though. Oh, boom. Business, my sister's circle. I'm only gonna talk positive. I lost my venue yesterday. And so I'm hosting in my house. But we're gonna start the home healing parties. So a part of me is like, this is a whole setup. But it was devastating yesterday. And Bailey said I was talking all negative. I was like, well, you're expecting me to just take a hit and just keep going, and I'm not there yet energetically. And I feel that it's okay in the space that I'm in. I'm not just saying I quit, but I'm just saying, fuck, like 2 days before my event, I lose my venue, and I gotta host something in this house that my children have destroyed. I got black women who judge everything. I'm afraid to invite y'all in for healing because y'all judge everything.